Hi, my tubies, my Teletubbies. It's Sheila Truelove here with you today, and we are going to be talking about a topic that it saddens me. I was what I'm about to share with you. It it's very heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Actually, I was just scrolling through YouTube checking out different videos, and I ran across this one, and I actually cried. I actually started crying. you know um it breaks my heart to see how we live in such a narcissistic world, and how you have these people who could call themselves people, and how they could do the things that they do to others and have absolutely no regard. you know uh it's just it's just anyway. um Let me share this with you, which will give me a chance to pull myself together, because this just broke my heart. It did. It really did.
Amanda, where are you from? Where'd you grow up? Inglewood, California. I was born in Cincinnati Hospital. Okay, so you're an LA girl. Yep, LA. And you grew up with both parents? No, I didn't have a mom growing up, so it was just me and my father. Where was mom? I don't know, on drugs somewhere. Was? Yeah. And how was life at home with dad? It was good. I had to move to my mom's family's house, so I grew up with them. They were my grandparents, so it was cool growing up with them. So you left your dad at some point? Yeah. At what age? I felt real lonely with my dad, so they took me in. We didn't really go out to amusement parks and stuff like that, so they just took me in because they had the money and they had the. I just went with them. It was just a better situation. Any problems with that? No. A little, I have a little issue. I think that he's doing stuff to my food. I think that he's spitting in my food. So that's an issue that we have right now. I moved back with him when I was like 20, 22, 23. So I don't know what he's doing to my food, but we got to talk about it and hash it out for sure. And life with your grandparents was good? Yeah, it was real good. I didn't feel lonely anymore. They bought me clothes, shoes, anything I wanted. And what kind of kid were you in high school? I was a tomboy. Tomboy? Yeah. Do you have brothers and sisters? Yeah, I have one autistic brother. He has autism, so I had to help take care of him growing up. So it was cool. And how old are you now? 24. 24. And so did you finish high school? Yeah. You did. And then where did you go when you left home? I went to CSUN, Cal State Northridge. For college? Mm-hmm. Oh, how many years did you do college? 2. 2 years. Then I dropped out. I wasn't really doing any work, just smoking weed. So I dropped out. And then what did you do after that? I moved in with my boyfriend. It was a tricky situation. I did some things I regret, so it wasn't really a good situation. So we broke up, and I moved out here on Skid Row. What kind of stuff with your boyfriend was? Well, I kind of showed him pictures of a girl in bed to get his dick hard, so it wasn't good. It failed our relationship completely.
Now, she said she showed her boyfriend pictures of other women, another girl in the bed. I guess she was naked, showing her boyfriend naked pictures. And it didn't turn out well, because now he's lusting after other women or whatever the hell. I'm still a firm believer that women, sometimes we're just better flying solo. You know, it's just ridiculous. Please. And were you doing any drugs at that point?
Yeah, I was doing weed every day.
And then Skid Row, there's weed and a lot more down here.
Yeah, I do crack now. So, yeah.
And how long have you been down here?
A couple of years.
And then you're on the street?
Yeah. I stay with my dad in a 1-bedroom. He sleeps on the floor. I sleep in the bed.
Oh, so you're in a room?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not in the street. You're in a hotel?
Yeah.
Got it.
It's like a studio. It's like a studio apartment.
And what do you do for money now?
I prostitute.
Oh, you do?
Yep, I prostitute.
Does Dad know about that?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't say it, but I know he's proud of me. Because I can't do anything else.
You can't?
I can't. I've tried. I tried working at PetSmart, Bonds. It just doesn't work out. I always make mistakes.
How long have you been working as a prostitute?
A year now.
And you like it?
Yeah, it's okay.
It supports all your bills and drug habits and everything else.
Yeah.
Pretty girl like you, probably.
Now you think about that. Anytime a female's talking about, yeah, I like the prostitute, that right there tells you she's mentally ill. What female, mentally healthy female do you know that want to go around sucking all these different penises, letting all these different dudes shoot semen in their mouth, have them swallow it? Now you got all these different dudes. She's taking on maybe 10, 15, 20 different dudes a day. Okay? And you're going to tell you this, they're using you all in every hole that you have. Different dudes. All the dudes out here who are infected with STDs, who's the first person that they go to? Prostitutes. This is a young female. You know? This is one of the reasons my marriage didn't work, because my ex-husband, he always liked to be around females like this. You see how she can't really outthink anyone or outsmart anyone. She's mentally challenged. You know what I'm saying? And you have a lot of dudes like that. These are the type of females that they're looking for. Especially this one. He would definitely go after her because she's light-skinned, number one. Anything with light skin, pale skin is on and popping for him. He'll spend whatever. And then she's very naive. You see what I'm saying? This is what a lot of the dudes, why they're not happy with the wives that they have. Because they want women who are dumb and stupid and somebody that they can manipulate and take advantage of.
Nice money.
Yeah.
And what do you charge for a date?
Like $20 to $30. Sometimes it depends on who you are. If you're real cute, I'll suck you up for 5 or 10. You know what I mean?
Now tell me that's not someone who's mentally ill. How much do you usually charge? Oh, $20 or $30. But if you're cute, I'll suck you off for $5 or $10. Do you know how many diseases these characters have? And they're not using condoms. Especially when they're doing oral sex. You know how they're filling these women's mouth up with chlamydia, trichomonas, probably syphilis, gonorrhea, all type of diseases. And you're sitting around here giving your most prized possession, your body, for some $20 or $30. Are you kidding me? And this is the type of crap that my ex liked to do to women and females. Now he's a crackhead, one of the biggest crackheads upstate New York. You know? God don't like ugly.
I do that all the time.
And you have oral sex or intercourse? Or
everything. I do everything. Well, I just started having sex on the blade. I call it the blade. So I just started having sex on the blade.
And where?
Before I just gave head.
Got it. And where do you go to do this? In the car, or do you go?
We go to alleys. It's real scary because I feel like I'm dodging a murder. So
yeah, you are.
It gets scary.
Yeah,
sometimes I have to.
Yeah, you think about that. Where do you do these sex performances? Usually in their car. And that's why I tell you I had issues with my ex having a car. He don't need no car. Now, I know people could cheat regardless, but why make it easier? But like she says, they usually do it in the alleys. They go in these dark alleys and all of these little dark holes. And like she said, when she's in the alley, she feels like she's, playing with death. Because in those alleys, they can sit up there and murder your behind right there. If you didn't make them their penis hard like they wanted, they're ready to beat you up and take the money back. Because especially these black dudes, that's why you have a lot of pimps. I was listening previous to this. Pimp, he was talking about how he tells all of his girls, he has a stable of women, he says, there are 7 women, and he tells all of his females, don't take black men as customers. Because these black dudes, they'll sit up there and beat you up and take back the money. Especially, let's say you with some old dude who's having erectile dysfunction problems, and because you couldn't get him off, because he has erectile dysfunction problems. That has nothing to do with the female. That's his issue. And because you couldn't make him aroused the way he feels he should have been, he's ready to take back the money. That's why I like that movie called Monster. Check that movie out. I don't know if it's on Hulu or whatever. Yeah, she knew how to handle the situation. Trust me when I tell you.
Stop jobs in the middle of our session just to stay safe.
Yeah. And your crack habit costs you how much, roughly, a week?
A week? Probably like $500 a week. I'm spending on crack. Crack is the most expensive drug.
Sorry, you're doing meth, right?
I do crack.
Oh, crack, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So crack is
an expensive drug to keep up. Yeah. For real.
Now you see how she says she spends like $500 a week? I know people that be spending over $100 a day on crack. Okay? I've heard the stories. I've actually witnessed these type of people. Where do they get this kind of money? $500 a week. That's why my ex can't pay me the $750 he owes me. He's too busy giving it to the poison pusher and to the prostitutes on the Skid Row or in alleyways and all of this other crazy nonsense. $500 a week on crack. Do you know how much brain damage that you are doing to your brain? I mean, you are literally frying up your brain, frying it up.
I feel like it's one of the best drugs ever. I've done every drug. I've done crystal, weed, speed. I've done every drug.
You tried heroin?
Heroin? No, I never done heroin. I need to try it.
You too? I'm not sure you do.
After I get off crack.
You might be able to buy that.
Yeah. But recently, the son, unorthodox herself to me, basically, she's giving me an ultimatum. I gotta get off crack or I'm gonna get murdered. Because I'm getting extra good horny from the government, so they patrol what I do.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I get extra good horny. So if you come to me in session with me and prostitute and help my business, you get extra horny. You get more hornier than you would with another prostitute.
Really?
Yeah. So they govern what I do.
Who's they?
The government.
The government?
Yeah, and the son.
And the son?
Yeah, the son.
The son of
God.
God?
Yes.
So the son, and let me just get this straight. The son and the government will make me extra horny if I have sex with you?
Yes.
What are you doing tonight? I'm just joking.
Do you see how her brain is eaten away? If you have sex with her, the government and the son, which she says the son is God, if you have sex with her, the government and God is going to make you more horny if you do the sex with her. Now, I mean, what? I'm scratching my head right now, Tubies. I'm like, what? Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. So she wants me to get off crack because it's too much.
Who's she?
The son and the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Alan. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
All right.
And do you have any plans for your future?
Just to continue prostituting. So come check me out. I'm a Skid Row.
All right. Good luck with everything.
Thank
Careful
you.
Out there.
Thank you.
Now that's the future that she has for herself. Oh, I'm just going to continue prostituting on Skid Row. Yeah, I'm right there on Skid Row, so come and check me out. I mean, and look at how young this female is. She must be in her 20s. And I know you have a bunch of these old geezers like in their 40s and 50s and 60s hitting up on this young female. And my issue is I have a problem with why isn't the government or these politicians cracking down on these Johns and these tricks? They need to expose these bastards. Anytime you catch these bastards with a prostitute encouraging women to do this filth, they should put them on the news. They should expose it to their wives. They should go to their jobs and let their employers know. They should have it like a big billboard with their faces plastered all over it to let you see these are the type of dudes that are encouraging women to prostitute and to cheapen themselves. Women, very young, women young enough to be their daughters and their granddaughters. These filthy maggot pigs. What happens to the Johns?
All right. What is your name?
Amanda Rob.
Amanda?
Yeah.
And where'd you grow up, Amanda?
LA.
Tell me about your family. You grew up with both of your parents?
Yeah, I grew up with my auntie and uncle. They took me in because I lived with my dad. He turned out to be a molester, so his wife left him. So now I live downtown LA as a prostitute, and I'm a crackhead.
You do crack?
Yeah.
And where do you stay? You're in a tent?
No, I just walk the streets all night, every day. Yeah.
And you see, where do you live? She just walks the streets all night, all day. So you have these niggas out here at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning driving around like my ex used to do, and people calling me on the phone saying, "Yo, Sheila, what's up? Are you and so okay? Because I just saw him out here picking up this. I saw him out here." I was like, whoa. Picking up these, look at this young female. This female must be like, what, in her 20s? And she's light-skinned? Oh, honey, he'd be all over that. Young child.
And
I'm a clone.
Did I already talk to you?
No.
You sure I haven't talked to you?
No.
I think I have.
No.
So who do you stay with now?
I stay with my father. He turned out to be a molester, so I just walk the streets day and night, prostituting and smoking. Downtown LA.
Yeah, you look very different. I think I spoke to you before. Have you finished school? How much school?
I went to CSUN. I got accepted to ELP, a special program. So I dropped out after 2 years.
You dropped out from where?
CSUN.
College. So you went to 2 years of college?
Mm-hmm.
And do you have any contact with your family at all? Your mom or sister?
No, my mom got killed in a fire. So she wasn't in my life anyway. But I lied to a lot of people telling them she was in my life, just to seem normal. So, but my mom got killed recently in a fire.
And how old are you now?
23.
23. And you got a black eye?
Yeah.
How'd you get the black eye?
A date. I asked him to go get some more crack, and he just took off on me. I'm a clone, so people control me. So they use technology to orthodox him to beat me up because they get frustrated because I'm comfortable when I get.
You see what she said? I'm a clone, and they program. See, her mind is gone. Her mind is gone. She got this black eye. She calls a date. That means one of the Johns, one of the tricks. Somebody who picked her up, one of these bastards out here, these demonic demons, went out there and picked her up. That's what the prostitute calls their clients or their customer. They call them a date. Like when they're walking the street, "Yo, hi, you looking for a date? You want a date?" It ain't no date, honey. It's somebody who's looking to get his filth off, who's looking for somebody he can abuse and treat badly. But they call it a date. A date that lasts what, 10, 15 minutes? Yeah. One hell of a date.
Do you have any family at all? Any aunts, uncles?
Yeah, my dad, but he turned out to be in Leicester, so.
So just your dad is looking out?
Yeah, I don't have much support.
You have no support?
No.
And the only money you get is from the guys on the street?
Right.
Oh boy.
Or ask for dollars and change from the liquor store around here.
Wow.
What I do want to say, it's kind of random. You did an interview with me before, but I want to tell my country thank you so much for, you know what I'm saying, the whole downtown thing. I'm sorry for not cleaning myself up and really trying, but, you know what I'm saying, thank you.
How long have you done crack?
Did crack like a year and a half.
Only a year and a half?
Yeah.
So you were in college just a few years ago, right?
Yeah, like crack is the best thing for me. It really lifts my heart, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's my everything.
Crack is your everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, crack is the best thing for me. Crack is my everything. It's the best thing, really. Really. Does it look like crack is doing this girl any good? But yet she feels that crack is her everything. Please.
Yeah, people lean on drugs. You know what I'm saying?
And who are you hanging with now? The gentleman that is...
I just hang by myself or somebody that has crack.
So he has crack for you?
Yeah, I search for crack all day. I chase crack.
And sometimes
That's why a lot of these dudes, they go back to crack. Like I said, it's not really the crack that they're addicted to, it's the lifestyle. They can't get no woman to really want their behind, so they get themselves back on crack just so they can go find some female to hang out with them. You heard how she said, yeah, I hang out by myself or anybody who's using crack. Like if you got crack, yeah, I'll come and stay overnight with you. I'll hang with you for 2 or 3 days as long as you keep that crack coming. How pitiful is that? How sad is it? That's ridiculous. And you have dudes who have thrown away good wives, good homes, good families for this kind of bullery.
He beat you up?
Yep, he beat me up.
Who beat you up?
It's Mexican. I'm a clone, so I'm being controlled. So the people that control me get frustrated when I'm comfortable. So they orthodox him with technology where they control other people to beat me up. So it was hard.
Amanda, there's a couple like mental health places that are right in the neighborhood here. Mm-hmm. Would you mind maybe going over there?
Yeah, I've been to mental home a couple of times, but I get frustrated and there's no drugs. You know what I'm saying?
And what do you do?
I get frustrated there and there's no drugs.
And you leave?
You know what I'm saying? 2 or 3 days. I stay 2 or 3 days.
And then you leave?
Yeah. I'm a clone, so I'm also hurting someone else because they use animals to, that's part of the technology they use to clone you. So I'm hurting someone else. So I die today or tomorrow. So you really got to just stay productive in this country. Make sure you have a job. Make sure that everything's together. You have a purpose. You're always reaching for something because they'll kill you out here. You know what I'm saying? I have a storyline in my head. You know what I'm saying? Because my country put a storyline in my head. So in that storyline, they say that America, you know what I'm saying, everybody gets murdered. So just live life to the fullest. I don't know how true that is, but I know I'm a clone. So you know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
Okay, so Amanda, if I wanted to walk you over to one of the mental health facilities here?
No, I'm gonna get killed today or tomorrow. So I want to be out, enjoying, crack and just being out. So that's it. But I'm glad.
Now tell me that don't break your heart. I mean, I'm going to be killed today or tomorrow. She's just like, I'm a clone and it's just destined to happen. And it's just, and she's just so lost. And the only thing we can do is pray for her because trust me, I have tried to help people like this. I have put myself in situations, going into situations to try to pull them out, and I almost got myself all jacked up. So, you know, going forward, all we can do is pray real hard for them. She's just lost.
I got to make a second video with you so I can tell my country thank you so much. And you know what I'm saying? The person that writes my thoughts might tell you I had some ungrateful times, but you know what I'm saying? I'm very thankful. And I'm so sorry about everybody dying and stuff. I didn't know, but when I heard about them, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can't change things.
All right.
If you knew the gift of God, you would ask me for water.
Now, when I look at these type of dudes, I know that's TD Jake, and he may be a good guy. I don't know. But I see way too many pastors, preachers, elders, ministerial servants, people who are supposed to be on God's team. And then later on, you read in the news how in the churches they're raping children, they're raping boys. The recent one was a pastor. He was caught licking out of some woman's vagina, and they caught it on camera. He's a married man, and then you have all of these rapes with elders and ministerial servants and priests and all of these. So I tend to lean a little bit more towards female preachers like Joyce Myers, because as long as these dudes have a penis, I can't trust you. I feel I can't. No, you can't trust them too much. I'm so sorry, and I'm not trying to be unfair or no. I'm sorry, because you hear way too many times, and I'm not accusing TD Jakes of this. At the same time, I can't hardly take these dudes seriously. Not anymore. Not anymore. And now you're going to see Amanda. You saw her, I don't know what, 3 years ago? Now this is her, the same girl you saw with the black eye. This is her now. She's been out there like 3 years now, smoking more and more crack. And look at the state. Look at the state that this female is in now.
All right.
I lost my voice.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing that. I lost my voice because, I don't want me to say much. Or,
how'd you lose your voice?
basically, you know what I'm saying? I go so hard. I tell the truth so much. The truth is out there. That's good. You know what I'm saying?
Now this is a 25-year-old girl. Maybe I'm guessing she was 23. I'm guessing she's 25 by now. Look at how her breasts are all broken down. And when you see the original of this, you can see like the wrinkles and like the stretch marks and how her breasts are all sagging like an old woman. This female is in her 20s, but prostituting out here, letting these men just wear her down. Now, I keep in mind that the Bible says men are supposed to be the leaders. They're supposed to be watching the communities and being the head and the leaders. And this is what they choose to lead women and children to? Yeah, I have a serious problem with that. I really do. I really, really do.
Where we are in this country. And, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. I don't think that should be forever. And I do need to relax and enjoy life. My nervous condition, I don't think I'm cool. China, America put in a lot of work for me to be humble and be the person that I am today. So I should indulge that.
Amanda, do you recall at one point you were like a college student and you had your life together?
Yeah,
you probably weren't using drugs?
I was at Caesar. They took my voice. I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? People just do things, especially, you know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the older men?
People with money. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember?
People do things because they're jealous. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember your life?
It's an unorthodox word.
Amanda.
You know what I'm saying?
Amanda,
it's not a word that has been made up yet.
Amanda, do you...
So I'm not going to say people were jealous. That's why they took my voice. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Amanda, do you remember your life before you got involved in drugs and living on the street and all that?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I was living with my boyfriend, dad. Fucking, he's a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter. I just wanted everybody to know I'm sorry. And just support me and help me right now. I might be in forever pain, 2 to 3 minutes. I went so hard. It's like, there's nothing else to say. I had my last date. They were saying 7 a.m. for him to not fuck with me. But I'm just like, fuck it.
Now you tell me, and try to convince me, please, that any dude that's sitting around here encouraging women to prostitute, any dude who's laying up with prostitutes and watching porno and encouraging women to do this type of filth, tell me they're not narcissistic. Because we know empathy is the identifying mark of a person who's an empath and not a narcissist. You can't have no empathy. I mean, how you going to sit up here and do this kind of stuff with females? Don't you have empathy to say, if I was in this position, caught out there like that, I wouldn't want people running through me, treating me like this? Empathy. Put yourself in these people's place. How can you support something like this and call yourself a human being, or even look at yourself in the mirror? There would be no prostitution if there were no clients. Get rid of these Johns and these supposed dates and these demons, even with porno. The porno industry would dry up if they didn't have people sitting up here watching it and supporting it. It would dry up. Phone sex, another $1 billion industry. I mean, these people, these dudes out here, they're pig. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. This is how they treat women. God created us as a gift to these clowns. And this is how they decide to treat women. And people could say what they want. I'm not male bashing at all, because I listen to other men. Men who have nothing good to say about dudes. They don't even have nothing good to say. Okay? I listen to Derek Jackson a lot. Derek, Derrick Jackson. And I listen to how he's trying to help women. Not all men are bad. They're really not. Not all men are bad. We do have some good ones out there. And you have Matthew Hussey. And you have Doc Reed. They're trying to help women. They really are. But majority of these things out here, they're garbage. They're garbage.
And I still got the money. So it was a blessing. I just want to say sorry to everybody. I have to do what I have to do to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? So, downtown shit is not my city. And I'm hurt that you guys are going to be in your own world and you don't want to invite me or hang out with me. I understand that. That's it. Bye.
Amanda, do you have kids or anything like that?
No, I don't have kids.
No kids.
Thank God.
Do you ever have contact with any members of your family?
Yeah, I have contact with my dad.
With your dad?
But he's calm.
How much rock, crack cocaine are you using?
I mean, it's more like, it makes me feel like, you know what I'm saying? The itch for it is like I'm thirsty. It's not like I want to feel hot. The itch is like, the craving for it is like, I'm thirsty. My mouth is dry.
Can you do without it? But you absolutely...
Yeah, I can do without crack.
You can.
But my life's gonna have to change.
And are you open to maybe changing?
I don't notice I'm horny, but after what I do, it's up to them to remind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting on.
Do you think there's
hope? At the same time, more trickery. I'm putting on. More trickery is gonna be in the shit now. You know, I'm horny. So I'm not out. So when you see me, let's go up. Turn it.
You see how she says, I'm horny. That's the reason why also that these dudes like the women on drugs. Because it's the drugs that excite them. They know that their sex game ain't worth nothing. So they want to have sex with women who are strung out on drugs because the drugs is what's making her horny. The drug is what's exciting her. The drug is what's making her come or have an orgasm, not him. His sex game, toe up from the flow up. That's why they want drug addicts, because they know their sex game ain't worth nothing.
Everybody gets murdered. Some people die and I'm murdered.
You have no brothers or sisters?
Anyway, I don't know. So like I said, Tubies, there's no way in all hell you will ever convince me, or anyone on this planet will ever convince me, that anyone who supports porno, anyone who supports prostitution, anyone who sits up here and encourage women to degrade themselves and treat themselves like this, they are full-blown narcissists. I don't care what people say. No, my husband, he's not a narcissist. He watch porn. He's a filthy pig, okay? He's a pig. And he should be castrated. All of these, when they caught these bastards with these females encouraging prostitution, see, I'm a problem solver. See, castrate them. Cut their penis off, their testicles, and remove their prostate, okay? And if you have a husband, he could use a strap-on anytime you want to be romantic with him, because that's the solution. The Bible says if something is causing you to keep stumbling, cut it off. If your eyes are a problem, pluck it out. Not even God, who is definitely a problem solver, even he said, cut it off. If your right eye is causing you problems, your hand is causing you a problem, anything that's causing you a problem and causing you to keep sinning, you don't need it. You don't need it. That's the solution. Anyway, I wanted to share this with you. This is Sheila True Love. I have to go because I'm really very, very saddened with this after having watched this. I have to go and try to watch some Little House on the Prairie or My Wife and Kids, something to clean my head up. Yeah, I'll go watch me some My Wife and Kids. I like that show. Oh, makes me laugh, takes my mind off of things. Anyway, I love you. And take care of yourself. And please, please keep your eye on your children. Please. And stop giving these kids these phones. Get them track phones where they don't have no access to the internet. Most of these kids deserve a track phone. No internet access, because they got all of this. These kids are going on Pornhub, for God's sake. Even women who have cheating dudes. They're always on Instagram, Facebook, this. No, tell him, look, let me tell you something. You want to stay with me, son? You're getting rid of the goddamn Android or the iPhone or the app. That's done. You're getting a phone where you have access to no internet at all. It's called a track phone. That's what you'll be getting if you really want to try to make it up to me or fix this relationship. And I'm not going to settle. I'm not having it any other way. Now, I've said it, I've spoken, so be it. Sometime a woman have to raise up. You have to. Because if you don't stand up and if you're not strong, you see how you can end up. This is Sheila True Love, truly loving you always. And remember, you always have a choice. Always choose wisely and watch your association. Watch who you're hanging out with and who you're dealing with. Only hang out with people on God and Jesus Christ team. Please. Until next time. I'll see you again. Bye for now.